Scylla and Charybdis. A narrow choice. 1. The Strait awakens. There is a dawn when the sea looks like hammered metal and the horizon holds its breath. The channel ahead narrows until water and rock seem to conspire. Starboard, a cliff rises like a broken tooth from the jaw of the coast. Portside, the surface dimples, dips, then turns on itself like a hidden throat breathing. Sailors named these dangers: Scylla in the stone, Charybdis in the churn. The name stuck because the passage did. You cannot argue with the strait, you only learn it. The helmsman runs his palm along the tiller and tastes salt on the wind. He has read this water by moonlight and stormlight. He knows that in some places the sea is not a path but a test. The crew works by habit. Oars lift and bite. Ropes slide through roughened hands. Behind the cliff, caves open like eye sockets. Somewhere in that shadow waits a hunger with 6 heads, greedy for human warmth. Out in the water, the other danger gulps and gives back in rhythm. A vortex that could pull down ship, men, memory, everything. One peril is counted in names, the other is counted in absolutes. The difference matters.
2. Counsel on the wind. Not long ago, a witch with clear eyes offered counsel without illusions. "Hug the cliff," she said. "Do not tempt the throat of the sea. Some evils are survivable, some are not." The helmsman did not enjoy the words, but he kept them, the way a man keeps bitter medicine that works. He has not told his crew the price that might come due. Fear spreads faster than discipline, and today will turn on inches and timing. He looks down the line. Men who have shared winters in cramped hulls, summers baking on deck. Men who can read a current by its color and a wind shift by the sting in the eye. He thinks, I will keep as many as I can. He thinks, the sea will demand the rest. The oars settle into a cadence the ship remembers, even when the men forget. The cliff draws nearer. The water to port darkens, pales, and darkens again, breathing. 3. The pass. The ship edges toward stone. Spray leaps from the rock and lands on tongues, cold and tasting of iron. The helmsman does not look at the cave. He looks at the next patch of water, and the next, holding a thread through a needle's eye. For a heartbeat, the world balances. Rock close enough to graze, whirl close enough to hear. The ship slides between them as through the teeth of a lock. Then the price is taken. A head darts from the gloom, teeth and hunger, and a man disappears as neatly as if plucked from a ledger. Another head, another absence. 6 benches fall quiet in less time than it takes a wave to rise and break. No duel, no shining blade. Only the arithmetic of loss, paid in the coin the story promised. The helmsman does not look back. Grief can wrench a tiller harder than any current, and the throat to port does not forgive mistakes. He fixes his eye on a seam where 2 colors of water meet and holds the bow to it. The ship answers. A good ship, old but willing, and its shadow slides along the cliff like a hand leaving a wall in the dark. The vortex to port yawns, then narrows as the tide turns. The helmsman chooses again and again, until open water stretches like breath after panic. They clear the headland. The sea loosens its fist. The benches stay empty. 4. What remains survival is a thin kind of triumph. The ship lives, 6 men do not. There is work, retying a line that sings too high, checking a plank rubbed raw. There are glances that don't quite meet, and a rhythm the oars can't find yet. In time, the sea will ask its questions again. It always does. And sometimes it will ask them cruelly. After a later folly, the breaking of a limit that should not be broken, the ocean will rise and scatter the crew,
leaving the helmsman lashed to wreckage above the same breathing mouth. He will wait while the sea inhales to the pit and exhales him upward. He will live because he knows the difference between pain and erasure. But that is not today. Today the lesson stands in clear weather. Scylla is the cost you can count. Charybdis is the risk that takes everything. The proverb that sailed out of this passage kept the names because the names remember the math. Between two perils, choose the one you can survive. That counsel belongs in rooms where policy is argued and futures are mortgaged, in workshops where a quick fix tempts a collapse, in a life where the job that drains you sits opposite a leap that could dissolve your days. The answer is not glamorous. It will not make a good toast. It will keep you alive. The helmsman wipes his palm and looks astern. The cliff is smaller now. The churn to port is only a smudge. Ahead, the sea opens into a sheet of light the color of worn coin. He remembers the counsel without bitterness. He thinks of the names that will be spoken at dusk. He keeps the bow true. He chooses the choice that remains. Carry the ship that still floats. Accept the wound he can bear. Leave the danger that erases. In time the sea will quiet. In time the benches will fill with other hands, other voices. The passage will remain, stone on one side, swallowing water on the other, waiting for the next crew to learn what it asks. And when you reach your own narrow place, when options tighten and the margin shrinks to the width of an oar, remember the names. Keep the tiller steady. Take the blow you can name. Clear the headland. Sail on.